If you stake tokens on Ethereum network and the staking website is unreachable, this video is for you. I'm going to show you how to unstake directly from the Ethereum smart contract, how to correctly fill in the unstake parameters, and most importantly, how to recognize when a transaction is guaranteed to fail because before you burn gas. This isn't a theory, this is exactly what I ran into and exactly how I did it. Hey guys, how are you doing? A couple of days ago, I noticed that the website where I stake my tokens is unavailable, and I'm a little bit panicked because I didn't see any updates from the team, and I decided to dive into smart contracts and unstake my tokens and sell them as soon as possible because who knows what will happen with the tokens. So I would like to share that process with you, and maybe it will be helpful for you too if you have a similar issue. So let's dive into it. First thing first, when I actually did this, I had no idea about smart contract, so I had to have a chat with the ChatGPT, and also I was trying to find some solutions on the internet, of course, Googling and stuff like that, and I have found some useful information which I gathered into this slideshow which you will follow along with me. So the thing is, if you are staked some tokens on some website and that website is unavailable at the moment, that doesn't mean that you can't unstake them. Yes, website is connected with the smart contract, so you can't reach the smart contract because it is going through the website, but you can go directly to the smart contract and do that. So let's see how it goes. The first thing first is to find the contract address. You can do that by checking out the history of your transactions, and you will find where did you find the hash transaction, hash where you did the staking, and there you will find the contract address. In this particular example, this contract address is from staking on nodes.io. That website was actually down for a couple of days. It is up today, but it was unavailable. So this will be just for the sake of this example, this how-to tutorial. This address will not be your address. You will have a completely different address probably, so check it out. Also, do not trust contract addresses sent with DM or found in comment sections, so pay attention on that. Do not trust anyone. Go to Etherscan and check out if you are on etherscan.io address, and then you can dive further. So this is how it looks, but check it twice. Okay, so let's go further. First thing first, when you stake the tokens, it is usually it usually have some index which is showing in which filing cabinet is your stake. So maybe you do multiple stakes and you will have different stakes in different cabinets and different indexes. So you have to pay attention on that. This is how it looks on the Etherscan. So this is Etherscan. If you find the contract, you go to the contract tab, you go to the read contract, and then you will see this kind of things in the contract, something similar to this, and you can connect to Web3 with your MetaMask or your wallet. To be able to read and write contracts, you will have to connect to the website. Okay, so you have to find the contract. We find inside the contract this module. For example, if you check out this contract, you will see there is the dead wallet, calculate rewards, get user staking details. This is actually also a very useful thing. You can try to check out here. So when you are reading contract, you are not doing anything special. So this is not that dangerous thing to do. On writing the contract, it is some kind of things that you have to pay attention very closely, but with reading, it's not that relevant. So you can actually read these contracts. For example, in my case, this was the crucial part, the stakes module. If you go there, you have to put the address. This is my address, my wallet from which I did the staking. And this is actually that index that I was just talking about in the previous part. So this cabinet, they are usually indexed like 0, 1, 2. So you can start with 0, for example. You put here the index number. So you start with 0 and then you acquire this contract. When you acquire, and you will get output something similar to this one. So you will get the amount that you staked and the start time. Start time means when it happened, when you did started the staking, and sometimes you will have additional fields where it will show when your stake will be unlocked. So maybe it is locked in time, and that's maybe a reason why you can't unstake your tokens. If the amount shows greater than 0, you have found a valid stake at this index. In this example, index 0 holds exactly 2,433 GPU tokens in your, and if it shows the amount of your tokens that you have staked, then you have found the right cabinet, the file cabinet. Okay, so let's continue. Now, another important thing are these numbers which you will use when you will write the contract. So when you write the contract, you will not use only 2,453 number, but you will have to use these raw units, and that you actually can take them out from here. So from reading contract, you just copy this number and save it for later. If you enter only the number without those zeros, the transfer will fail. You must use the full raw number, 18 decimals. This failing transaction is very important, and let's see why. So this happened to me. Luckily, I didn't have enough funds on my account. If you see something like this, when you start to write your contract, that some estimated gas fees are something ridiculously high. For example, it was like around $200 for me, but it can happen for 10,000 or whatever. Do not try to fix this issue by changing the gas limit. It will not fix the issue. So, and if you try to continue with that transaction, you will stay without your ETH tokens. So if amount of estimated gas is something ridiculous, just stop and cancel the transactions and go back and see where you did a mistake, because you probably did some other mistake, or your stake is locked or something else. So that this is the most important warning sign that you're doing something wrong. Why is the door locked? Lock logic. Minimum lock duration has not passed. That can be one of the logic. Reward epoch are incomplete. Global unlock conditions are not met. These are the general rules why this transaction is failing. The start time in the stake data is a reference point, but it can be also locked in time, as I said. So let's continue. Recognizing the green light, signal green light, it means success. You probably nailed it with the index number and the staking amount, and transaction will pass. If the gas fees are ridiculously high, then it means that you did something wrong. As you can see, only when you see normal gas numbers is the unstake function actually callable. Okay, so now we are in the executing the writing contract. So writing contract is here. Write the contract, then you find your unstaking part, and you have to put the numbers, those with a lot of 0 in, and here the amount index. Part of index is just 0, and amount is on that number with 18 decimals. For me, it looked like this, but connect your wallet, of course, Web3 to Etherscan, navigate to Unstake function, and find those numbers that you have in when you were reading the contract. In my particular example, this didn't work because my tokens were locked, and there was a different option to unstake them. Actually, I can show you. So to unstake my tokens, this would not go through because there was an option of early unstake. So I had to do it through this, and I got a penalty of 25% or 20% to unstake these tokens. If you had something similar when you were staking the tokens, maybe you will have something like this, and you will have to execute this kind of command in the writing contract, of course. So, pre-flight checklist, unstake transaction checks, connected with the original staking wallet. So you have to connect with the original wallet that you staked your tokens. Identify the correct index ID through the reading the contract. Converted amount to raw units, 18 decimals, and gas check that everything is fine and you don't have some ridiculous amount of gas fees. If anything of this is no, then just abort the transaction. Troubleshooting reverts, so transaction fails, high gas, do not force it, as we already said. Check time locks, re-examine starting time. You may need to wait, maybe you have a locked in time, so maybe you have to wait to a certain time to pass to be able to unstake your tokens. And verify if index number is that you need to have. Oh, also, a failed transaction burns gas, but it does not lose your stake token. So you will get your gas burned, but it will not unstake your token even then, so pay attention. Do not force it, as I said already. And these are just standard things that do not fall on trap of listening to support in some Discord or something similar, because it's usually a catch or something. Somebody wants to take something advantage from you from doing this. You are now the operator. Diagnose, translate, verify, and execute the contract. Easy peasy. It wasn't that easy to me. You will probably have some hurdles, but just do it slowly. Read the contract. Reading contract is not that hard, and you can check out all the things that you have, like this 18 decimal, that is very important, index, and also that you are able to unstake the tokens. Okay, guys, that will be all for this how-to tutorial. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Don't forget to comment and like this if it helped you, if you learned something new. Don't forget to like this video and check out my other videos that will pop out somewhere here. And please leave a comment if you successfully unstaked your tokens through smart contracts, through Etherscan. See you in the next video. Bye bye.